Hello everyone, Ryan here. Welcome back to another video here on Wildcast Outdoors. Now this particular video was filmed in the fall, late October. My dad and I went to the beach, but it was super slow, so I decided to toss my GoPro under the water. And without further ado, let's watch this footage. So starting off, I was super freaking scared putting that GoPro in the water. I was like, if a bluefish comes and cuts me off or a Spanish mackerel is just curious, I would be so scared. Anyways, this was top of the tide and immediately we put this under the water and are swarmed with a bunch of fish. Like, I think those are pinfish, which are basically glorified bait stealers. But if you're good and you have a small enough hook, you can really just catch them and cut them up and use them for cut bait. There's not really limits for them here in North Carolina, at least at the time of this video. And I really doubt that there would ever really be limits with how abundant they are. These are ballyhoo. These are these thin needlefish looking things at the top of the water. They really only swim probably under the water for 2 feet or so, and 2 feet under the water. And that's a gotcha plug. Someone's jigging next to me. That's a pure white gotcha plug. That's all we use. Like the regulars, pure white, we know that that's going to be the best bet for bluefish, Spanish mackerel, even false albacore, especially when it gets to dusk, you know. You got a very curious pinfish. Yeah, these guys are super curious. Like they'll swim right up to you and then turn away at the last second. And the very bottom of this pier is just pure sand. There's no structure that I saw in these videos. It's just sand. The only structure comes from the pier pilings. And look how many fish are over here. Wow. Now this next clip, if you look really closely, I'm going to stop it right there. That is a grass shad. They're great for bluefish. Big bluefish will hit them. Big Spanish mackerel, and just catch them on a sabiki. And of course, got more pinfish coming up. And then more ballyhoo. Yeah, these guys are a little more shy compared to the pinfish, so they don't like coming up to the front of the camera. So it's really hard to see them. Those fish in the shadows swimming through. But I do get a good shot here. You know, barely catch them as they swim past. This is awesome. So on to the next drop. Slow it down for you right now. As soon as we hit that water, I saw that striped fish when I was replaying it. I don't know what it is. So let me know in the comments if you understand what that was. But as soon as that camera drops in, all the fish scatter away. Those are those like little tiny bait fish. But again, I don't know what that was. We're gonna hit the bottom here, you know, past the pilings on the way down. Again, full of pinfish. And visibility is great here. You know, we kind of see all the things that are moving around in the currents down at the very bottom. A bunch of like detritus and dead stuff. That's a croaker, by the way, just swimming past with something in its mouth. That's the only croaker I saw. But as we kind of pan to the right, you guys pay close attention to that thing right there. That's a puffer fish, I believe. And a lot of people say that they're good. They taste like chicken, but I've always just never, I wanted to eat them. They're really cute. And you'll see them in this frame or this shot right here. Come up, say hello, blue eyes, spotted back, stripes on the side, beautiful fish. Like, who wants to eat that? Like, who could eat that? I'm sure they taste good, but oh well. Maybe we'll do a catch and cook one day. I'm going to keep this kind of slow because coming up to the frame right here, that is not a pinfish. That's called a pig fish, like pig the animal. And they are beautiful in my opinion. Look at those yellow stripes, and as kind of start playing this video, that stripe and those dots, beautiful fish. The only pig fish I saw in these drops actually. So right next to the pilings, usually there's like sheephead or something, like a drum or two sitting at the bottom, but didn't see anything today. Just a bunch of pinfish going up and down on the pilings. So, you know, this was fall and I expected more fish, but again, today was rather slow, so I had time to do all this stuff. Look at that beautiful blue water. Oh man, this would have been a perfect Spanish water if we could see some Spanish mackerel, but fate would have it so much. Now this was outgoing tide, so you could see that there's a lot more stuff in the water, and there tends to be more stuff at the surface. I'll slow this down because we see our first good shot of the silverside minnows. You know, silversides are like a Spanish mackerel bluefish's main forage, and if you're lucky, in the afternoons you might even see some false albacore at this pier, you know, busting at the surface. They come and go like lightning, like it's one snap of the fingers, they're here and then they're gone. So if you can hook up into one of those, man, it's beautiful. But silversides, they always stay at the top. That's why gotcha plugs are topwater baits. They resemble exactly what these fish swim like. But again, just absolutely gorgeous under the water. I would love to kind of just snorkel here. Bunch more curious pinfish making passes at my camera. I bet my camera probably smelled like ocean and fish. I'm gonna slow this down because we saw some good ballyhoo. Look at them shining under that water. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And man, just look at this. It's like an underwater wonderland here. So many cool things. I thought this clip was really funny. I was super stressed out, so I looked really angry, but I was just really stressed out about my camera. And as soon as I have it in my hand, smiles. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, tight lines.